What's good? What's good? It's your boy B Neil. Welcome back to Bryce Reacts. We're here with another one. We got Rory and Mal addressing the State of the Union, and either you could say predicting or giving a little insight on what they may know or not want to tell the people what they may know about some of these situations going on with the Jay-Z and Drake conversation. I say that just to say it feels like it's almost inevitable. And when you understand how close Rory is to, I mean, not Rory is to Drake, but how close Maul is to Drake and how close Maul is to Jay-Z, I don't think this is a guy that'll just be blowing smoke up people's chimney, just to get views in a sense, especially when, it kind of could ruin his integrity or even his relationships with those people that he's talking about and actually has relationships with. So with that being said, we're gonna hop into some of these conversations that they were having about Drake and Jay-Z battle possibly going down. And not even possibly going down, it might even be like what they know say inevitable.
Moments, it's safe to say Drake felt the way about that.
Which is why,
Listen, some things happen, man. Drake, as we know, he felt the way about a lot of things that happened in the last 2 years. Jay giving Kendrick that Super Bowl performance, it's safe to say Drake felt the way about that.
which is why I thought it was totally fine with him giving Hove bars on Iceman.
Totally fine.
I didn't think it was crazy. As a whole Vendor, I was like,
as
yeah, that
a
makes
rap,
sense.
as
That
a
checks
rap
out.
fan, I'm a rap fan, nigga. I want to see the best go at it. As long as it remains rap. When you start bringing up fake bullshit and putting corny shit in the pot, I don't want to see that. I believe Jay is not that type of rapper, and I believe Drake is not that type of rapper. I believe both of these gentlemen have bars in their head because if you the best, you got bars in your head about the best, or nigga, whoever they say is the best. You just low key right, and they might not know. Same in basketball. He the night.
I get what Ma's saying with that. It's like it don't have to get disrespectful. It don't have to go outside of the realms of rap because they are more than talented, more than talented enough to just keep it within the lines of like the competitive nature, not taking it personal. But I'm not gonna lie to you. I think he's either not being like fully thinking it through or just not seeing it like clearly. Because I got to be real. I think it's gonna get muddy. I think it's gonna get muddy because I think it's more than just him putting up Kendrick in a Super Bowl. I think this go back since title. I think this go like the animosity between both of these guys. I think runs deeper, and then the fact that it's like one of those like Drake used to say, your idols wait till your idols become your rivals, and just like that understanding, like it's a weird paradigm that exists when you start to become peers with people that you used to pedestalize or like Jay-Z say, niggas that look up to me. But when you really break it down, it's like when you start to get to shoulder or even in front of them, like, yeah, it builds a lot of animosity. It's a part of 48 laws of power, never outshine your sensei or whatever. But at certain times, like, it's if your sensei is egotistical and you just doing you and you using what he taught you to be better, that's not necessarily outshining. I feel like outshining is like when you become better, but you also shit on everything they done for you or like act like they never done anything for you and stuff like that. That's when I feel like you like because you can't like if you just become better than somebody that taught you something, like that's not necessarily outshining. I feel like, but when I say like if you got a teacher that's egotistical and he see people getting like further than he got, sometimes he might, feel a certain type of way. So I think that could be a little bit of the situation. I think Drake could feel a little slighted from like he always looked up to Jay-Z and he don't think Jay-Z have gave him the just respect or done a lot of shady shit behind closed doors where you would be like, man, I thought he was somebody I could always look up to, which, I'm sure that died a long time ago, but like, I'm sure like that was something that started to breed resentment, maybe whether it was in 2015, 16, when that started to pop up in Drake's mind where I can't fuck with this guy no more or as much as I used to, you know what I mean? So it's an interesting conversation, but I definitely think it's so much history there. It's gonna be hard for them not to get personal, man. Like it's hard for me not to see that. But I mean, I guess we could hope for the best. But even then, at this point, like I think people will kind of be like, "Oh, this shit ain't." Like, I feel like people wouldn't even want to be engaged as much in the battle if they just kept it all rap. Unfortunately,
It's just, all right, you looking at his moves. I got a counter for all of that when I get in front of that nigga. That's just part of the game. Like, so I'm not against it. Like, it probably has to happen. Will it happen? I don't know. Talking to my man, not repeating what we said, obviously, but I'll just say it probably has to happen. And that's just the way it goes sometimes, man.
And see him saying it probably has to happen. That goes to what I'm saying. Like, I feel like it's more than just they gonna keep it rap. Like, they actually feel a way about each other. Like, when he say talking to his man, like, Drake is already on 10 with him. He already don't fuck with Jay-Z. And I think you clearly saw that when Drake said on too hard for the radio, like, nigga, the Island Files got redacted. I'm fucking power couples up. Like, no, Drake was on one. Like, no, I really don't fuck with Jay-Z, and I'm letting the world know. Like, he had so many examples of that on Iceman. So from that standpoint, I already know Drake don't give a fuck, and he ready to send this shit up. He probably just waiting for the right chess pieces to fall in place before he to make that move. And when I say that, he probably wait till Hove album drop, or wait till the Yankee shit pop off to drop either a single or another album, which, you know, I've heard Joe Buck said there's possibly another album coming, or even, you know, Scary Hours or something. So I'm sure, like, it's definitely different chess pieces being put in place where I'm pretty sure Drake is in aggression mode and not so much defensive mode. And I think just to look at the flip side of Jay-Z, like, I think Jay-Z, whether he know it or not, like, I think his ego is one hell of a drug, and I think it's gonna be hard for him not to take that fight, just because I hate to say it's all ego, but like, if just being real, you 60 years old, bro. What are you doing getting into like these spats with niggas that's Nicki Minaj? Honestly, even I know Nicki Minaj is great, but it do get to a certain point where, like, academics say, like, nah, you know a little bit of everything that's going online. It's like, you talk about, I'm unbothered, I ain't noticing anything, just like Mr. Kendrick said, like, but somehow all throughout your freestyle, you can see how, like, you've been definitely paying attention to a lot of the public narratives that's been going on. So for a guy to be 60, I just feel like his mindset is not as mature as most people are thinking. I think I'm saying that in the sense of where I think he's ready to go to war behind his name and things that some people will consider as like beneath him, but in his mind, it's like, nah, like, I got to go get that. Now, and I also feel like that's a part of being a competitor as well. But at the same time, when you're 60 years old, it's like, Jordan's not about to be like, oh, LeBron said he better than me, let me go lace him up right now. It's like, that's kind of insane. Like, you know what I mean? And that's kind of where I'm kind of looking at right now. It's like, I get it. It's writing. Jay-Z pen may still be nice, but I ain't gonna lie. I don't know if Jay-Z ready for the times. I ain't gonna lie. From what we've been going through and seeing with how these rap battles evolve and devolve into madness and chaos, I don't know if Cole's ready for that, man. I really don't. Like, and that's just being honest.
And I'm here for it. I want to see it. If it does happen, I'm front and center for that shit.
Based off what you just said there, critically, and if Hove would have performed this freestyle in a cool, laid back, slick Jay-Z type of way, I'd be like, man, Hove just having fun and replying to people.
Like, when he be giggling and shit,
he is mad.
Yeah, he
so that's
giggle.
why I'm saying it could happen because.
I never finished watching the whole thing on the reaction, so we can actually play some of that just to give some context of what they were seeing. So you talk about, this ain't a guy just being playful. This is a guy that's actually chip on his shoulder, feel a certain type of way.
Freestyle rehearsal. That lady back on the stuff, she sound like she in love with him. Her kid can't even take their kids. Enough of them. A rapper can't be my eye.
And just like I said, Drake talking about the Island Files got redacted. That type of bar, he hitting, like, he trying to cut you. Like, when he say, "Oh, your kids can't even pick up your baby daddy can't even pick up the kids from the school because he got, you know, he on that list or he on that chart or whatever." If he was referring to that as well, like, yeah, like, he going real. He take that in itself is showing, like, this ain't gonna be no friendly spat. Excuse me. That in itself, like Ma was saying earlier, I think they're gonna keep it between the lines. That in itself show, like, nah, Jay-Z willing to take it somewhere, even at his age of 60 years old.
I got MAGA Republicans. Them shots came from the very top of the government. Good luck with them. I'm governed by God. You trying to break the government. I framed for 40 days, my neck get flooded again, wrists get flooded again. My net worth went up again. My next update, the jig is up. Nigga, I'm up 10. Wrong chart, champ. You gotta look up again. Niggas look up to Hove. I never looked up to them.
I said that shit cute, but that shit not gonna get the job done in the rap beef of the modern day. What we've been watching and seeing how this shit, like I said, really boiled down. So that shit cute, but that ain't it. The jig is up. I'm up 10.
Niggas got your publishing gangster. Go talk tough to them. Don't talk success to me. You niggas is workers. In perpetuity is how your contract is worded. Don't make me go first, man. The roots remember, even when the trees pretend, not too much of my name. Don't forget who I am.
Nah, niggas was definitely not choking up, but nigga was definitely freezing in the moment. Dude, like this was not a flawless performance. Niggas was trying to act like it was some pauses like I feel like the Nicki Minaj line, that was he meant to like pause and do shit like that. But there's been some other moments in there where I'm like, nah, that shit was him slipping up a little bit due to maybe age or just, lack of being polished in the moment. Like, I'm sure he didn't rehearse it as much as he probably could have, honestly.
Hattie loves her Shawnees. S-H-A-W-N. I find it adorable she put the S at the end. You don't know, the show ain't even begin.
I'm missing a whole nother layer to this, though. Jay is very calculated.
Well, he's probably one of the most calculated human beings on earth.
You can't be that successful and not be calculated. If you think that Jay didn't know.
Oh, he didn't let it all out on this shit.
No, that's more bars. We know that. But if you think that Jay didn't know that when he gave Kendrick that halftime show, that Drake was going to feel a way about that and have something to say about that?
Oh, for sure.
Of course.
They didn't give a fuck.
Come on,
Signed on the
man.
dotted line anyway.
Like this is all part of the script.
So when he says that, he says Jay is super calculated, right? Almost like Jay has almost been egging on Drake to get into this fight as well, as much as you could say Drake possibly was trying to make chess moves to instigate Jay. But from this perspective where he was like, he said Jay is super calculated. He was like, you don't think he knew when he gave Kendrick that look that Drake wasn't gonna feel away and respond? So it's like, if he knows that, it's like, do you want that engagement? Do you want that attention? Or you just not caring? It's like, I'm putting on Kendrick anyways. But when it comes to the situation now, it's like him using it to his, possibly trying to use it to his advantage with the rollout of, the Yankee stuff, the Roots Picnic, possibly an album. It definitely seemed like it was possibly a play to boost him in the next couple years when some other things come down the line, possibly, especially when everything ended up playing out. If he's like, because you gotta understand, he said he's so calculated, and then Roy was like, "Yeah, you don't get that, you don't make that much money unless you calculate." So you like what they're saying is like he's not playing a 2D, 3D game. Like he's playing 6, 7, 8 steps ahead. So when you're in your 2 months, 2 week, 3 weeks window or time frame of how you view your life, he's looking 6, 7 years down the line, quarterly, annually, like shit like that. So that's something I kind of picked up where it's like, is he saying that Jay-Z possibly like knew this whole time and was willing to use this opportunity and even risk getting into a beef with Drake like in the future? Because it's like you know it, you know how it's gonna look and you know how Drake gonna take it. So it's like, do you just say I don't care how Drake feels, fuck his feelings, and I just do me? And I'm just gonna put him up there anyways on the stage, regardless of how he feels. I mean, I get it, but then that also goes into why, like, when you go into that interview he did with that guy 3 months ago, it's like, don't act confused when people are like, what I got to do with it? It's like, you understand how it looks because you're so calculated. You understand how it looks that, like, now you definitely probably put this guy up in a moment. You probably also hold Lil Wayne on purpose as well. Like, you don't act oblivious to why people are coming up with these assumptions and narratives. So with that being said, like, we've been predicting this for a couple, months if you look at the Absolutely Unsure podcast, but we kind of been talking about this on the channel recently. I think a battle between Jay-Z and Drake is brewing. I don't know whether it's in the next 2 or 3 weeks or 3 months or maybe even after whenever Jay-Z drops. So whatever that time frame is, I feel like we probably could end up in cold red nuclear, warning or fallout type scenarios when it comes to Drake versus Jay-Z. So, man, stay tuned because I know I will be for any more information or news based on this beef and situation. But with that being said, make sure y'all like and subscribe, man. We're trying to get the channel to 500. I said 1,000 before, but I switched up the qualifications for being monetized. So we on the road to 500. I might post every day till we hit it. It might be the goal. So that's way more doable than hitting 1,000. But with all that being said, man, we up out this thing. Like always, man, it's been fun. Peace.